Alright, let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're taking the incredibly comprehensive SS1 WAEC Visual Art curriculum and using it to totally demystify the foundations of creativity. We are going to break down exactly how human imagination gets translated into the physical, visual world all around us. So let's unlock the secrets of visual expression.
Here is our game plan for today. First up, the foundations of art. Then, essential drawing techniques. After that, we'll hit graphics, textiles, and printing, followed by art careers in society. Then, we'll dive into applied arts in Nigeria and wrap it all up with how to read an artwork.
Starting off with Section 1, the foundations of art. You can really think of this as the molecular level of creativity.
So, first things first, we have to realize that visual art isn't just about framed paintings hanging quietly in some stuffy gallery. Not at all. It's a skilled, highly imaginative expression that's deeply intertwined with our culture and literally everything we experience on a daily basis. I mean, it's the clothes we wear, the apps we tap on, and the physical spaces we live in. Now, these lists right here, they are essentially the DNA of every single visual experience you have ever had. The elements, like line, shape, and texture, those are your building blocks. And the principles, like balance, contrast, and rhythm, well, those are the rules for how you assemble those blocks. If you can decode these, you can decode absolutely any visual masterpiece out there. To actually categorize what human beings create with all that visual DNA, we usually divide it into two main branches. On one side, we have fine art, so drawing, painting, and sculpture, which focuses purely on aesthetics and emotional expression. But then you have applied art, which basically puts art to work. Think graphics, textiles, and ceramics. They look fantastic for sure, but they serve a very direct, functional, everyday purpose. Let's keep moving right along to Section 2, essential drawing techniques, or basically how we capture the world. You know, you might be asking yourself how artists actually manage to translate the sprawling, three-dimensional physical world around us onto a completely flat, two-dimensional piece of paper. It is a massive illusion when you really stop and think about it.
Well, the secret comes down to mastering some very specific techniques. An artist builds realistic shadows through hatching, or maybe they use that meticulous dot-by-dot process called pointillism. By applying tonal gradation and sticking to the strict mathematical rules of human proportion and perspective, an artist is literally tricking your brain into seeing depth and volume where there's only flat space. Pretty wild, right?
Okay, Section 3, graphics, textiles, and printing. This is all about art in everyday commerce. Whether you're glancing at a billboard advertisement on your commute, picking up a product package, or just scrolling through digital media on your phone, you have to realize that effective graphic design does not happen by accident. It relies completely on legibility, clear communication, technical proficiency, and visual harmony. Look, if a billboard symbolism isn't instantly clear to a driver at 60 miles an hour, it hasn't just failed visually, it could literally cause a traffic jam. And then we have textiles, which mathematically organize our physical world right onto our fabrics. Designers take single motifs and arrange them into repeat pattern structures. Formats like the half-drop, the flowing OG, or the highly structured brick pattern are exactly how the clothing you are wearing right this second, or traditional fabrics like Adier, were designed to seamlessly repeat without ever looking broken.
Once those designs are locked in, we can multiply them across surfaces using foundational printing techniques. Whether it's carving into a block of wood, which, fun fact, is one of the oldest printing methods in the entire world, etching into linoleum for a lino cut, or pushing ink through a mesh in screen printing. These mechanical processes are what allow art to be mass-produced and shared with everybody.
Now, knowing the vocabulary of all these different disciplines is half the battle. For flat, two-dimensional art, we use terms like chiaroscuro to describe dramatic light and dark, and vanishing points for perspective. But the second we shift into three-dimensional space, the language changes entirely. Now we're talking about terracotta clay and small test models called maquettes. Having precision in our language really sharpens our precision in observation.
Moving into Section 4, art careers and society. Let's look at the real-world application of all this. Before we look at specific jobs, we really need to recognize these foundational roles. Art is not just there to be decorative. It serves vital utilitarian functions. I mean, somebody designed the chair you're sitting on. It holds religious and political power. It communicates complex educational, social, and cultural ideologies across generations. It is, quite literally, the visual language of human society itself.
So let's dive into this list, because this is where passion actually meets the paycheck. Because art fills all those massive societal roles we just talked about, there are highly viable career pathways here. From graphic designers and illustrators driving modern media, to ceramicists and textile designers creating tangible goods, all the way to the curators and cultural officers preserving our history. This is a massive, dynamic enterprise sector.
Which brings us nicely to Section 5, Applied Arts in Nigeria. Let's talk about context and significance.
Studying applied arts here requires us to look closely at how incredible historical roots, from the ancient Nok terracottas to the legendary Benin bronzes, are powerfully adapted today. Contemporary visionaries are elevating these traditional crafts into massive global enterprises. We see this vividly in the iconic pottery styles popularized by Lottie Crawley, the vibrant worldwide revival of Adire textile dyeing by artists like Nike Davies Okundeye, and the totally modern application of traditional uli motifs.
Think about this concept for a second. Visual art is the skilled intersection where cultural heritage meets modern enterprise and everyday utility. That perfectly captures why contemporary Nigerian art is so incredibly significant on the global stage. Modern masters like Bruce and Obrakapea take traditional motifs and turn them into thriving modern printmaking practices. It proves, without a doubt, that heritage isn't just about looking backward, it's literally an engine for the future.
Finally, we've made it to Section 6, How to Read an Artwork. This is your ultimate art appreciation framework.
Okay, this is your cognitive toolkit right here. Memorize these 4 steps. Whenever you encounter an artwork, Step 1, describe exactly what you see without guessing. Step 2, analyze it using those elements and principles of design we talked about earlier. Step 3, interpret the meaning. And Step 4, make a balanced, evidence-based judgment. This totally stops you from just shrugging and saying, I kind of like it, and empowers you to confidently explain exactly why it works.
And during that Step 2 analysis phase, you are going to use precise terminology, like color theory. You won't just say a painting is blue and orange. No, you'll be able to identify if the artist purposefully used a complementary color scheme or deployed specific tints and shades to manipulate your emotions and draw your eye right to a specific focal point. So I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Are you going to apply this 4-step method to the very next graphic advertisement you see, or even to the textile pattern on your own shirt today? We've gone over the vocabulary, the rich history, and the framework. The visual world around you is constantly speaking. Are you finally ready to listen? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep observing out there.